This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the place for all your Pokemon TCG online needs. Looking for some Rebel Clash boosters? No problem, they got your back and deliver the codes instantly. So definitely check them out at PotownStore.com and use the coupon code ZapdosTCG for 5% of your next order. Also, if you're cards, you can buy cards from people all across Europe as well as sell cards yourself. It's the best platform for buying and selling physical cards in Europe, and I personally use it every single day, so be sure to check out the website if you haven't already, cardmarket.com. What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here and welcome back to our TCG deck profile video on my channel. In this video we're going to be checking out the straight Decidueye list from Darkness Ablaze. We're still exploring the Darkness Ablaze decks first before we check out other decks that are still viable in the format after rotation. But the new archetypes are very exciting. We have the Decidueye here having the Forest Camouflage ability. This ability makes it invincible for damage from V Pokemon, V Maxes, GXs, all the multiple prize Pokemon, which is insane. This reminds us of the Shining Legends Hoopa, reminds us of Calio, GX. Always, there's maybe even further way back, like the Safeguard ability from Suicune. Yeah, there's always that one Pokemon that everybody doesn't want to face in a tournament, and that is the card right here. The Decidueye, very nice. It has a 2 retreat cost, don't worry about that, because most Pokemon will not be able to touch us, which is awesome. Its attack smacks 90 damage for 2 energies, and it also smacks 20 damage to 2 of the opponent's bench Pokemon, so we can spread damage around. That's also the reason why we included Zigzagoon in this kind of a list, because we do run Scoop Up Net, and our main plan is just to get the Decidueye out as quickly as possible. The Scoop Up Nets also help with Jirachi getting that from the field. And the good news is that this list has great matchups. Lots of decks don't have an answer against Decidueye just yet. Let's, for example, take Eternatus VMAX as our main example here. Eternatus VMAX mostly has like 2 single prize attackers. Other than that, they just run straight Eternatus VMAX. So the good news about that is that they only have 2 Hoopas we have to go through as a maximum. I don't think they will have any other Pokemon for that matter. And then Decidueye, we have an army of Decidueyes. We're not running multiple prize Pokemon. The only multiple prize Pokemon we're running is Crobat V, because sometimes you can get reset stamp to a horrible hand, and with cards like Communication and Quick Ball, being able to find Crobat is awesome. The reason why we're also opted to go for Crobat instead of the Dennett GX is that Crobat does not discard your hand, which is crucial. We have cards that we don't want to discard. Think about Ordinary Rod, Rare Candies, Boss's Orders. You don't want to discard those cards, so... And we also have discard enough as it is, since we do run 4 copies of Research. That's mostly, in the early phase of the games, we're going to try and get that Research thanks to Jirachi, get a couple of Rowlets off, and the good thing about this kind of a list is that we also run Capture Energy, because we have the amazing Carlos in our attack cost of the Split Arrow attack. So we have a very thick line, a 4-4 line, reminds us of course of Obstagoon way back, where you want to get out Obstagoon as quickly as possible, and that's the same thing. You want to get out an army of the Decidueye so that the opponent cannot go through. The help of Jirachi is very much appreciated. We can Stellarish for all that good stuff, and it also pairs really well with Birdkeeper. Birdkeeper Search actually is very amazing. It's a new supporter card stating switch your active Pokemon, and then with one of the bench Pokemon, and then draw 3 cards. So we can find a rare candy, and hopefully we draw into either a Turffield Stadium or a Communication. Coming out in Darkness Ablaze as well with the amazing Sky Circus ability. And if you have played a Birdkeeper from your hand during this turn, ignore all energies for the Rowlet's attack cost. And the Rowlet can snipe 60 damage to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. Pairs so well with, of course, the Decidueye spreading damage and Zigzagoon spreading damage. I do love the fact that we can attack for 0 energies. This is an emergency situation, but can also get a clean KO. Let's say a Galarian Zigzagoon, and using this in combination with a switch and all that, you can get rid of a Jirachi or of course a Pokemon, a trainer card, and an energy instantly from the deck. So we have Rosa, we have Birdkeeper, and our main supporter of course is Research and Marnie. Those are the preferred ones. But in niche situations, if you get knocked out, Rosa is fantastic. Otherwise, you can rely on Birdkeeper. Cards you could also include in a list like this is maybe Lily's Pokédoll. That means your Rowlets are a little bit more safe, but with people adding more and more Boss's Orders into their list, I cut it that and actually went for lots of physical supporters because we don't run a heavy amount of the Denny or whatever. We just run one Crobat, and that is for emergency purposes when we brick. The good news is that Quick Ball lowers their hand. Third Field Stadium insta-playable. Scoop Up Net insta-playable. Switch insta-playable. Ordinary Rod most of the time insta-playable. So we have lots of insta-playable cards. That means Crobat can get the puzzle pieces. This is a combo deck. You need Rare Candy. You need your Decidueye. That's how it goes. And I do love the fact that this is a straight Decidueye list. Most of the time you will try and get out 3 Decidueye. Even more if you rely on Ordinary. Will struggle with this. Mark my words. You will always see that one person in the league up playing a deck like this and just having lone Decidueye and the opponent saying like, yeah, you knocked out my only 1 prize Pokemon, good game. That is gonna happen with this deck. So the Zigzagoons also help out. Let's say you scoop up Net a couple of times in combination with the Split Arrow can get multiple KOs at once. So 90 on the active, 20 on 2 of the opponent's bench Pokemon. Very, very nice indeed. And then heavy amount of Jirachi will make sure we can find out a research so we don't get donked. Other than that, yeah, we have Marnie, of course, classic, putting the opponent to a 4-card hand, lowering the opponent's options to have an answer against the Decidueye. You might even add up to 4 Marnie if you don't like Birdkeeper or Rosa, but I like to have like a mix of everything, so you can do whatever you please. If you don't have the correct supporter, get out your Crobat and try and draw into it, or maybe Stellar Wish a couple of times, since Scoop Up Net does reset the Stellar Wish ability. Rosa is just nice because it can grab a Grass Energy, a Rare Candy, and a Decidueye all at once, but Rosa can also grab yourself Crobat, so don't sleep on Rosa. Very powerful if one of your Pokemon got knocked out during the opponent's last turn. Birdkeeper is a personal new favorite of mine. It pairs so well with Jirachi. You Stellar Wish, oh you see, oh I'm taking a Rare Candy, you have a Pokemon in hand, the only thing you're missing is a communication. Well, you draw 3 cards after you switch with Birdkeeper. Very, very nice indeed. Maybe you switch into another Jirachi and then Stellar Wish once again. You Scoop Up Net. It is all possible. Birdkeeper. I do love the fact that we can expose Birdkeeper with the Rowlet, because Rowlet in combination with Birdkeeper is very nice. The opponent will never expect a 60 snipe out of nowhere from one of these Rowlets. You maybe have a little split line between the Rowlets, like 2 of the ones from, I think, Cosmic Eclipse? I don't know. There's another one with 60 HP, but I do think running 4 of these will maximize the chance that we can abuse that Birdkeeper combo, at least at the late game at one point. So you also don't need 0 energies for that, which is awesome. Then for the items, 4 Quick Ball, 3 Communication. Why are we not running Evolution Incense in a deck like this? Because we have Turf Field Stadium. More on that later, but that's a very busted stadium card for any grass deck. Other cards you might think of including is Buzzmosa. Buzzmosa is still a tag team, which is very nice, getting you extra prize cards with the Beast Game GX, but also has the Jet Punch. I didn't include it here because if you start with it, you lose the game. So I'm scared of that. So want to go full consistency, Decidueye, straight Decidueye. You can also start with Crobat, but that's not the end of the world. But if you start with Buzzmosa, you automatically lose. So that's why we did not include it in here. It was on my list, on my testing list, but then I scratched it last minute. We have 4 Candy and 3 Communication, so finding Decidueye will not be an issue. Definitely considering the fact we also had that Turf Field Stadium to rely on. Then with 3 switches, 4 Scoop Up Net, and 2 Birdkeeper, Jirachi will never be stuck in the active. And I do love the fact we have Ordinary Rod, so sometimes the Zigzagoon gets discarded because the opponent doesn't like us using it. Maybe they knocked out. Yeah, we only have 6 physical basic grass energies. More on that later because we have the busted capture energy, which we'll see more and more play. We've seen it work with the Eternatus VMAX, but it's also going to work out with every Pokemon that needs a Carl's energy to attack with. I know things like Giratina can get rid of your special energies, but as soon as that comes, you probably already have 2 energies on there, and you're probably going to be having a good time regardless. Also, it's good that you have these capture energies for the early phases so you can get yourself a bunch of Rowlets so you can evolve them as quickly as possible. The opponent might gust around them, but as soon as you get 3 Decidueyes out, or even 2, and if the opponent does not have a lot of single prize Pokemon, they will be sweating so hard because they don't have an answer against it. For Stadium card, Turf Field Stadium, once during our turn we can search our deck for a Grass Evolution, search your deck for Dartrix, or search your deck for the Decidueye. The Dartrix also smacks 40 damage for 1 energy, which I find pretty okay. And Capture Energy is just, I adore Capture Energy so much. Look at these plays. You can Capture Energy, find yourself Jirachi, use a Switch card, use Stellar Wish, and find yourself the Research. So finding Research early game is going to be easy as pie thanks to the Capture Energy. We also have 4 Quick Balls, so getting yourself an army of Rowlets out, or maybe in rough scenarios, you can use the Quick Ball for the Crobat and use Capture Energy to get a Rowlet off. It all depends on what happens, but this is a very fantastic way to go about this. If you like one price decks, this is for you. Then 6 grass energies to top it all off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Decidueye, straight Decidueye list from Darkness Ablaze. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to mouse the like button. If you are looking for upcoming cards, or if you're looking for like Rosa or Boss Zors or whatever card you're looking for, and if you're from Europe, be sure to check out cardmarket.com. European players will love the site. You can sell your cards there and buy the cards as well. If you're looking for PTCGO code cards worldwide, go check out PotownStore.com. They automatically deliver the code, so you can have them on the go instantly and scan them. You also have that redeem function, which is awesome, so you don't have to type over all the codes. Definitely check out my 2 sponsors. This is very much appreciated for everybody that's watching. Everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video very shortly. Be aware of Decidueye. Peace out.